Hi everyone, this is Prasoon here, and welcome to The Reach, a TV podcast where we share, learn, and reach our destination. So today we have an awesome guest. His name is Desmond Louis. Did I say that correct? Desmond Louis. Okay, Desmond
Yeah.
Louis, and he is a musician and been in corporate for more than a decade, and decided that's not the way that he wanted to continue his life, and decided to follow his heart and passion. So let's hear about him. So why don't you just give us an intro, Des, about who you are and how did you get to the place that you are in?
Thank you so much, Prasoon. It's a lovely time for me to just talk about myself because it's been quite some time. And at this moment, I really want to thank Deepak for introducing because
Absolutely, yes.
yeah. So thank you, Deepak, for the connect.
Thank you.
Yes, to talk about myself, I'm a Bangalorean. I come from a musical background.
Okay.
So my father is a musician, and right from my childhood, it's been a lot of musical things which is happening around in my life. So if I talk about my childhood, I used to join. I used to be part of a lot of these gigs where my father used to take part and observe him and see what he used to do as an artist, and that was the first step, And then when I joined school, I was formally given training on Hindustani vocals. Though my father was a guitarist, I did not touch the guitar for quite some time until I joined college. There was a lot of people asking me, "Your father's a guitarist, why don't you learn guitar?" That didn't strike me for some time. So later on it became a requirement for me to learn because there was a lot of opportunity from the college scenes, fest, inter-college fest and all that started to come in, and that's why I had to learn. It didn't come from my heart saying that let's learn guitar. It came as a requirement, but however that helped me a lot. What I am right now, that requirement it's my work and worship.
Fantastic.
Right now. So yeah, after that, pursuing music and playing in a lot of shows, I had to fade away from my music career for some time, and then chose corporate life. So that's how I joined Northern Trust. It's it's a custodian / investment bank, and so on and so forth. It's one of the top US bank. I was part of the bank for 10 years, and then I switched from being a corporate to a musician. So I took a bold decision at that time. I teach music. I do a lot of YouTube content. I work for a company called Music Pundit, Blue Timber you can call. It's a music tech company. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm doing a lot of things right now, which is making me happy.
Fantastic. So when you spoke about your college time and because of the peer pressure, you had to start your guitar lessons. So I'm sure there are a lot of people, especially this is quarantine time, and we are staying at home, and a lot of us, if you look at it, we would have bought a guitar, kept it there as a showpiece, then a play piece. And I guess people do get some time to probably pick the guitar and try something on their own. So considering that situation, it popped in a question, when you picked up the guitar, approximately how long did it take for you to get a firm grip on the instrument, and how many hours of dedicated practice you would have devoted per day in order to get to a comfortable level to play for your college gigs?
So it was something very beautiful when I started to learn guitar. As equally, it was very frustrating because the beginner stage is the most important stage when you start to learn any instrument or anything. But however, if you have the passion or if you have a clear motive that you want to learn, you can go ahead. I started off with bass guitar because that was the requirement. And quick mention, I want to thank Varun. He literally gave me the first step of learning guitar. So yeah, so if you want to learn guitar or piano, if you want to learn vocals, I think the first 3 to 4 months or the first 6 months is very crucial for you to know what it is, and then you can enhance or broaden your knowledge step by step. It's a never-ending process. I'm still learning right now. I'm learning a lot of things. It's a never-ending process when it comes to music. But however, to know the basics and play a song or sing or something, first 6 months is very, very important.
Absolutely. And one more specific question into it is how many hours did you spend in the first 6 months practicing?
I was doing, there was no dedicated times during college days. I used to carry a book. If this is a book, I used to hold a book and do these exercises.
Okay.
No matter what, it was throughout the day. I would say my way of looking at anything was music at that time, because I was so much interested to participate and play in those competitions. So that was my motive. So I used to sum up, I used to do at least 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Sometimes I never used to do because it was so frustrating for me. The fingers used to...
You get the blisters and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people exaggerate saying it used to bleed, but never used to bleed. And unless you have something very rusted string or something. But a small blisters, or because the guitar itself is not comfortable, because there are a lot of guitars, it's not comfortable to play as smooth as you can play.
If there is too much of gap between the what do you call it,
the fretboard and the strings, you need to press harder. If there is a good intonation between the strings and the fretboard, it becomes easier to play.
Absolutely. And that's why electric guitar, people find it easy because the space between is like very less.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So the next one I want to probably try and understand is about your channel. How did it come into existence? And why don't you talk about your channel a little?
So I was watching a lot of videos. So we do watch a lot of videos in YouTube, right? Who have started from scratch to famous. They have a 2-3 million subscribers. How did they achieve? And also there is a question saying that you can make a living out of YouTube when you put a lot of content. So I was thinking, what can I do for myself if at all I'm putting any content, musical content on YouTube? So that's when, I think in 2014, it started with a first video. It's called Smoking the 3-Inch Villain. So this was between me and my friend. He kind of liked the song which I made. It's an own composition which I made, and he said, can I make a story out of it? And then we started to make some kind of a first sketch on the storyline, how a smoker, what's in his life, how he gets into this addiction, and why it is so important for him, mainly on the smoking, and how it killed himself and his surroundings, his family and friends. That was a basic crux of the story. So that video shoot, everything went on well. It went on. That was the first upload, in fact, in our channel. And if you see, it's around 6 years now, and it has gotten around 28,000 views.
Wow.
It's a good number, because after uploading and monitoring for a few months, we just left it as it is, because we didn't want to continue. I was working at that time, and I didn't know how to pursue further, right?
Okay.
But now, from last year, I was thinking about it, and I was seeing how I can do it, how I can put more interesting content. So that's how I, if you see my channel, it's called Blind Key Production. That's a name, and I got it when I was listening to a very important town hall meeting that is which usually happens in the corporate world when...
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. So there was this word uttered, blind key, and I said, why? Oh, that's really nice, but I wanted to know how can I use that in my channel. So if you see, it's very interesting. My logo, it's, it's just like a keyhole. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, if you can clearly, look at it, it's the top view of shivling. It's the it's the top view of
Fantastic. That's
shivling.
very
So
creative.
so shivling is cosmos. It's about space. It's about,
Mm-hmm.
a universe. So I thought, well, let me relate that into my content. It's a never-ending process of music or arts,
Absolutely.
right? So that's how I related that word blind key into my channel. So that kind of really fits right there. So it's not just music. If it could be even a short story, it could be a comic scene, it could be
Mm-hmm.
anyone, it could be anything in the field of arts. If something new
Okay.
comes up, I'm ready to do it.
Absolutely. So that's a very open space for anything creative.
Yes, you
In,
just dwell. You can just dwell into and you can do whatever you want. That's the complete freedom. That's the motto of my channel.
okay, so let me personally ask you a question because I just, started this channel a week ago.
Okay.
And I do understand that when you are getting into, let's say, you want to become or earn a passive income through YouTube or earn a living through YouTube, in other words, you need, some other skills. For example, yours is music, mine is I like interviewing people. Some other would be sharing certain, let's say, information or some content or cooking, craft, so many areas, right?
Yeah.
So apart from the major skills, I do understand there are certain other sub skills that are required.
Yes.
So what are those sub skills, and are there any free sources, something that would help a beginner? Because I would want this episode for a lot of those people who are thriving to, let's say, jump into this world of getting into YouTube and trying something out there in this big space of video sharing world. So share some of the experience around that.
So if you want to put your content on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, uh, the first thing, what driving force is the quality. If you have a good quality video, I think even if it is, even if you're talking bullshit, and the video quality is really nice, that's how it is happening right now. If you see most of the YouTube videos by famous celebrities or musicians, their content is absolutely not all that good, but the video quality is really nice. It's very creative. That gives a lot of viewing. For example, if you see a week ago, there's artist called 6ix9ine. Do you know him? 6ix9ine.
No, I'm not.
Right. This guy is into hip hop world, rap scene, and all that. He just got out of jail. He got an anticipatory bail. He's under house arrest, and he launched a video, just obscene stuff and colorful stuff, and he's screaming on top of his voice. Till date, if you see, he has crossed around 200 million views, which is more than the Eminem video which came out 3 months ago.
Wow. Okay, that's insane. Okay.
Right.
So
The
high quality video is the key. Is what you're saying here?
It's eye catching. You do whatever you want. It should be eye catching. That's how your viewing will improve, right? So to have a good quality video, you need to have good gadgets. For example, like a phone. If a phone has a good resolution of more than 1080 or a 4K video clarity, that would help.
Okay.
Right? And the audio quality as well. In your case, you should have a proper lighting setup. Probably the background right now, you're in a kitchen, but in the future,
no,
it's not a kitchen.
Not
dining.
My kitchen. This is my dining room.
I'm really sorry. Yeah, if you have a good backdrop, and what I'm trying to say, if you have a good backdrop, showing your channel name, doing a bit of a graphic stuff, a green screen which can illuminate some kind of a thing that's catching the audience eyes, right? Good lighting, good video, and also content. Probably the thumbnail of your video says, something very interesting, and that gives the attention of an audience who can view your video. All that matters. So if you can initially spend around 10 to 15,000, or if you're looking everything to be free, probably the process of getting a viewership or subscription could take some time.
Okay.
Right? Because in YouTube it's standard, you need to have 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 hours of viewing.
Wow. Okay.
4,000 hours of viewing, that's going to take some time. And if you're putting quality stuff, it's going to increase, because YouTube will suggest your video as a recommendation. Whatever they're saying, it will recommend them to watch your video.
Oh, sweet. So you don't have to do anything. That's done.
Yes. Yeah. So
good.
that would come with constant uploading of content, and also getting some subscription or some viewing. So if you're probably getting a 1,000 views with around 200 subscribers, that will multiply. Slowly it will multiply.
Okay.
So it's a slow and steady pace. But if you're really interested, if you have the complete dedication that you want to do a full-time YouTuber, you have to think of a lot of contents. You need to be something different from the others.
Yeah. Okay. So that takes a lot of time to find your USP, unique selling point, and just by saying sharing educational stuff. I'm sure there are a lot of platforms that actually do.
Lot.
So yeah, you need to find your niche mainly, I guess so.
Exactly.
All right. So thanks for that. And I'm a little curious about this stuff, which is about editing. I guess that is another sub-skill that you would need when it comes to creating online content. So could you talk something about
for editing? You need to have a good computer. Okay. You need to have a good graphics card. You need to have a lot of space, because for video, if you're rendering a file, say a 4K video or a HD video, it would take, for one video, it would take at least 2 to 3 GB. One session, I'm saying 2 to 3 GB for, say, 15-minute duration.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So imagine the content, how much, if you're putting more content, what will be the space? So you need to have a supercomputer which has a good processor basically, which can take the load of your editing. So coming back to the point,
I've observed a lot of editors use Mac mainly.
Yes, it's a huge debate when you take Mac and PC. Mac is anyways very expensive. PC is not. You can upgrade your stuff. Mac is very stable. PC, on the other hand, it fails to do so, because I've used both the operating system. Stability wise, Mac really kicks on the top, but money wise, I think PC is the best way. If you really want to start, if you have the bucks, you can go for Mac. If you want to start with low budget, you can go with PC. You can upgrade. Say for 30,000, you can get a good configuration. You can edit.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So and the skills, I think you have a lot of videos on YouTube itself. You can do it, but you shouldn't be getting deviated from one person to another, right? If one person is showing one kind of a skill and another person is showing a different way, you get confused, right? So you need to stick on to one person's thought, and later you can experiment other options.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely.
And also there's many websites like Udemy and all that, they Skillshare, such websites really provide online training to become a good editor. I think that should be the Kickstarter to know about video editing.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we have some more time. So one last question. So I know that you do a lot of online teaching.
Yeah.
and face-to-face teaching and online teaching.
Yes.
So if someone has to reach you, how do they get to you to learn guitar? And the second one, could you talk about your online teaching as well?
So there are a lot of categories over here. If a person wants one-to-one, a direct online teaching, you can just take my number. There's I know it's very difficult from any part of the country to get in touch with me unless they see my channel, and they, because the visibility of a person is very difficult, right? Unless you know through a subscription, or from a resource where they provide all such details. So if they want to get in touch with me, so probably I can link my phone number and my YouTube channel. They can get in touch with me. That's one thing.
Okay.
And there's other ways, such as my company, it's called musicpundit.com, more structured, but there is no one-to-one contact. You cannot talk to a tutor on the face-to-face. But however, those videos are structured and you can take those courses. And there is a space for you to submit your queries and feedback. So someone from my company would get in touch with them. That is of one way. Otherwise, you can find out through Facebook, through a search from your locality who can teach, because there's a lot of groups in Facebook and Instagram who are advertising at the moment for online classes. So that's one good thing you can do.
All right. Any other message that you want to share with the listeners before we end for the day?
So to all musicians, don't be upset. I know there's no gigs at the moment, but there's a lot of online things that you can do. Make some good music, make some good content. If you want to showcase your talent right now, you can do it on YouTube. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of things that you can do. So keep trying something. You keep doing something new rather than waiting for the time to come, because now with the current situation, I think we have to live with it. Corona is not going to leave us for some time unless they find a good cure for that. But until then, I think we shouldn't be sitting waiting for a moment to arise. I think we have to create our own time and a dedication towards moving towards a different way that's online. The current trend is online, and if you want to sell yourself, this is the right time to explore. Keep trying all those risk elements. When you fear something that's not going to happen, try it out. If you lose, you learn something. If you win, you proceed further.
That's great. All right. Thank you so much. It was great having you here. A beautiful, content-rich conversation. I would say a lot of beginners will find this extremely helpful, because there are a lot of tips and tricks in terms of how to get into the online space with your music, with the practice and dedication. All of that is required. And in the end, I just would like all of you to like and share this video as much as possible. And
so I tell all my, because I'm going to share in my channel. So all the subscribers, please support Prasoon's channel, the reach. Okay, he just started, and I think he's going to do a good job. And Prasoon, don't worry, your channel is going to be a big hit sometime soon. But whatever it is, I will try to promote as much as possible. At the same time, Prasoon viewers, this is Desmond Louis. My channel is Blind Key Production. I post a lot of music content. So please do subscribe my channel.
Thank you. Bye-bye then.
Okay. Peace. Bye.